Hi guys, my name is Mark. Today I will show you why the Prime Mini Wireless is even worse than the big one. Let's go. Maybe you ask yourself, oh, why is he saying that the Prime Wireless, the big one, was really good? If you think this one was really good, maybe watch my old review about this one and then come back to this review. Because what I can tell you already, or I can tell you from the normal sized Prime Wireless, it's that it's not good. It's just not good. I just opened this web page here. Basically, I will not talk about the software anymore of Steelseries. I also did not in the German review. It's there, it's big, it's a lot of background processes running when you use it. It's okay, it's normal. It's like every big company is doing two big softwares just for the mice they have to blown up. They just want to scan and regulate everything with the softwares. For me, they just can make a normal mouse software. It's like 15 megabytes big, and then you just use it without all the other stuff. And if you ask what this was, it was my handy. So we just start now with the Prime Wireless Mini, which is this one here on the picture. Basically, what they've done is they just made the Prime Wireless they have, which I think they sold really good, a little bit smaller. It's just shrinked. It's just the S version, not the XS. It's just more the S version. And just to compare it for you, this is the Skoll from Givos. Just by size, they're pretty equal. Here, you see, not much in difference. The Prime is 140 euros. The same. The Prime Wireless and the Prime Mini Wireless have exactly the same price. Now you ask yourself why. I think it's because Steelseries says it's just the same mouse. It performs the same. It's awesome. It has super sensors. It's just the best product out there in the wireless market. And I just say, no, it isn't. It's just not worth the money. Let's watch the competition. We have this mouse here, which is a 119 euro Logitech Superlight. It has an Hero sensor, which has up to 25,000 dpi, which has awesome scaling, which has awesome sensor, awesome movement, self-adjusting LOD. It has a lot of features. It's widely sold. It's just a rough and hard guy to beat out there in the mouse market. But Steelseries says, yeah, just fuck it. It costs 119 euro. We just make our both Prime mice, our highest models, 140 euro because we want to earn some money, and that's okay. They can do it. I mean, they have the claim best gaming mouse, Prime Wireless by Wired, and they have the claim here on the box, best from the makers of the best esport mouse by PC Mag. I think this claim from PC Mag is like 50 years old. I have no idea from which mouse it was. Must be very, very old. I don't think it was the sensor which I have over there. Can't imagine it was at this time. I also remember an old sticker which was from IGN, and it said just the best mouse on the planet or whatever. I mean, guys, the competition is so rough, it's so hard. There are so many good people who doing great mice right now, and yeah, we just go through the facts now. The Mini is only 7 grams lighter than the big one, which brings you to one thing. If you know the website of Rocket Jump Ninja, he compares the weight to the size, and he makes an factor out of it. And basically, it's just how the weight feels on the size of the mouse. And the problem here is that the big 7 grams heavier Prime Wireless feels lighter because of the bigger size than the small one. The small one is, yeah, it's smaller, but the weight reduction was not enough to have the same feeling or a better feeling than the Prime Wireless big one. That's the first problem here in my opinion. If I compare to the Skoll weighs below 50 gram. I ask myself, what happened there? What happened there? Let us do the Skoll, let us do it wireless, and let's close the holes, and I can tell you we will stay below 60 gram or around 60 gram. And we also know that the G Pro Superlight, which has no holes, which is as big as the Prime wireless, yes, it's not ergo, but it has the same size, only has 62, 63, 61 grams sometimes. So why in the world is the big Prime wireless 80 gram and the mini is 73 gram? What the fuck happens there? What is up there? It's super expensive, it's super heavy. Why? Who wants to buy it? I know a lot of people will now come, yeah, it's the best mouse out there. But I will show you now it's not the best mouse out there. I will give it to you. This guy from Face, this Swiss man, I'm sorry for him. I would never, honestly, if I'm serious about myself and about me as a trademark in the digital age right now, I would never stay here, hold this mouse to be one of the advertising persons for this product. Never, because this product is just not good. And if people will have in mind or stay in mind that I have advertised a product which is just overpriced and not good performing, it would be a shame for myself. I have no clue why he does this. Also, I don't know the guy, but he's from FaceClan, and what I know about FaceClan is that there's a lot of money in the market of them, and I have no clue what he's doing there. A lot of funny pictures here. We go through some of them. At first, we have those weight and size comparisons here. As I told you already, the ratio of the weight to the size is on the mini even worse than on the big one, just by feeling, by just having it in hand. The next one would be the revolutionary magnetic optical sensor combination. Basically, what they're doing is they use a very big spring here in this size, which you just release by pressing the click mechanically, and then the spring is moving a magnet, which is releasing the how can I say it? I can show you like this. The spring is just releasing the signal from the optic part of the switch, or from the optic part of the click solution they have. It's just not an optical switch. It's basically, they have a click, they have a big spring, and they have a magnet. The magnet gets moved by the spring, and as soon as you unforce the spring by releasing the click, the magnet goes right back in the place he was and interrupts the light signal again. The thing here you see is basically the same as in every optical click switch you have, like in Razer. That's pretty much the same idea of an optic switch or click in a mouse. But the thing is, Razer or others are doing like, they just have a classic form, a classic housing of a switch, and they just put like the plastic stick with a small spring which interrupts the signal directly from above, or releases or opens. Like here on the switches is like there's a hole in the plastic, you move the plastic, and as soon as the hole is in the near, or one of the signals, or the signal as which is performed as light is going through the hole of the plastic, it's instantly, because of light speed, it's instantly at the other sensor, and the sensor sends the signal that you have clicked, which will lead to 0.2 milliseconds in delay just for the signal to be sent. If you compare it to a classic or a very good normal mechanical switch, you will be roughly at 1, maybe 0.8, 0.9 milliseconds, depends on the switch you are using and how good it is made, how long you use it, how old it is, and just by the way they've done this here and how they've done this, they made a mechanical optical switch, or they make a solution which is based on something mechanical with a magnet, which is which gives you, or which let you believe that you are using an optical high performance switch, which is not true, because that's not a classic optical switch. That's just an unproven, or an and solution which is not proven to be better than pure optical or pure mechanical. Also, I can't prove it right now. I don't have a LDAT. I would prove it if I had. I would go to wired mode and I would just prove them against, for example, the Omrons here in the Superlight, against my Japanese Omrons in my wired Zaunkönig, or against the KL8s in my final mouse, which I've got modded, just to see if there's really fast or if there's advantage. Also, one thing I can't do is, I don't see the debounce timer here. Where is the fucking debounce timer? I can't do it. I can't do anything with the debounce timer here. So I have no clue how high the debounce timer is set. It could be 20 milliseconds. So the mechanic behind this is absolutely misleading in my opinion. They say it's the best and blah blah blah. They give you this extra site, you can watch this, and then they say it's performing the same for 100 million clicks, and they give you this feeling and they say why it's so good and blah. You can watch all the videos, and I can tell you the graphics they are using, like this here. The first thing is what they are which they show you by the force scale. This click is nearly 3 times heavier to click just by the force than the KL 8.0. If it's a pre-sorted, for example, like you have in 32 centinewton KL 8.0 or whatever, or even a softer one. That's super heavy, guys. It's a super heavy click. Okay, they say it performs up to 100, so to 1 million clicks, the same, like on the base on 98 centinewton, which is pretty heavy, guys. It's super heavy click, and it's nothing about the delay, the latency. It's not saying how fast the click really is, because I think they don't know, they don't test it, or if they tested it, they just don't let you to know it. Because, guys, if it would be this fast, it would be here. There would be a graphic which would show you how fast this click is compared to this traditional switches. But there's no graphic about it. So it's not fast. Believe me, it is not fast. This solution can't be fast. It's mechanical, it's a magnet, and then it goes to an optic. That's 3 points, three things which infect the delay in total. It can't be fast. So it's just an thing they want to just like, they will give you the illusional feeling, or they want to set up an illusion to you that this premium product for 140 euro is the best on the market, which is absolutely not. It's just not. Okay, the clicks here are also not good on the Superlight, but you can switch them. There's so many tutorials out there. It's so easy to switch the switches on the fucking Superlight. And here, if you have an optical solution, it's nearly impossible to switch it. You will never switch the clicks here. It will not happen, guys, because it's not possible for you. Let's go further. Quantum Wireless 2.0. I can't check it because I don't have the build-ups here for checking frequencies, switching the frequencies when another frequency interruption comes in. I just don't have the equipment here to just show you if it's true or not. Also, people say here they have a very good solution here on the final mouse for this. I can't prove it, guys. I don't have the stuff here to show you. I would love to show you this, but this is very advanced stuff. And I don't know if it's necessary to show you this, because most of you people only using a wireless headset and a wireless mouse. Sometimes also a wireless keyboard, and that's all basically in the room. And out of 40 steps in the signal itself, or 40 switching frequencies available. I mean, if you have 40 products there, they will not use the same frequency all the time, you know. So I can't prove it. I can't say it's better or worse. They say the on 1000 hertz it lasts 100 hours. I can't imagine, because when I'm watching this and I'm using this mode here, it instantly switches me back to 125 hertz. Then you come to your 100 hours, but if you switch it back, I can tell you guys, it will not be 100 hours running in game. That's not true. That's a false claim. It will not happen. That's okay. I say every competitor only lasts 50 hours. Honestly, I don't have a mouse here which only lasts 50 hours while playing. But thanks for this. Here's they also talking about the channels and the clear channel technology from the Quantum Wireless. as I said, I can't prove. But one thing I can prove is the TrueMove Air gaming sensor, which is the 1-by-1 tracking solution from Steelseries. But guys, let me say it this way. It's just an Pixar 3335. It's still the 3335 since a long time, since it was on the Aerox, which has a huge DPI deviation. I tested this one. It's like roughly 50 DPI more on 1600 DPI, but imagine you have 50 DPI more on 400 DPI. That's stupid. And the problem is also this type of sensor only can get changed and set in 100 DPI steps. So if you test your DPI, which is very easy to do, I will explain you in a second, when you check your DPI and you have 50 more or 50 less DPI than you wanted to have, or like you normally play, it's because you play 400 and it's 450, you cannot set it 350 to get 400. That's not possible. You only can do it in 100 DPI steps. That's also a thing because of the sensor, of the Pixar sensor. So maybe you also need to set your in-game sensitivity, whatever. But first you need to check. There are different ways to check. There's a website to check it for. You can easily check it in-game by yourself. For example, you play Apex, you know your DPI, and you can use, for example, Kovacs or other tools or calculator who show you how many weigh in centimeters or inch or whatever the movement of your mouse on your desk needs to perform a 360 degrees turn in-game. You can just do it. You make this, then you try to make a linear movement because you use a wrist rest or something. You just measure in before, like it's like 32 centimeters for me in Apex. Then you measure it, you move like here, try to make a totally straight line, and then you check your screen and you see how far you are away from the 360 degrees point, so on the point you started, or how many centimeters you're over. Then you can measure the centimeters moving more forward to come to the point or moving backward, for example. And then you just by pure math can check how many DPI or percentage of the DPI you are set are over or below the 1600, 400 or 800 DPI or whatever. Also cool, you can use a tool for this, which I have on the PC. You just move there 10 centimeters and the tool will calculate the DPI you're using. That's it. I can tell you nearly every 3335 sensor, which is a Pixar sensor, which they sell you as TrueMove Air sensor, have DPI deviation. That means that no of these sensors will be exactly the DPI you are set in the software. This will not happen. Please always check your DPI when you use a mouse with a 3335 or a branded sensor, which is basically a 3335. Also a 3370, which can be another sensor on another mouse, has this problems, guys. I will show you in some other reviews soon also from mice or gaming mouse, which are wireless, which have a 3370, which also still have the problems. Some have them more, some less. It has to do something with the implementation of the MCU, how they get the data from the sensor, all the stuff. There's a lot of things around the sensor itself which influence or infects the DPI. Also, up to 10% are normal. Out of a Pixar data sheet, I can tell you 10% is normal. So if you set 1600 DPI, it could be 160 DPI more or less. That's okay for Pixar. I just tell you this as more information you might need to just check why your aim feels weird in a game with a new mice or with a new gaming mouse. That's just a service from me to you, my friends. I just want to prove you that this TrueMove Air sensor, which they claim to be the best for tracking, blah, 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 it's okay. They implemented it on my one very good, feels very solid, but it's not the super best one. Like, it's not comparable with the Hero sensor, for example. Yes, the Hero sensor, the new one, is also not flawless, but it's way better performing just by FPS scaling than these TrueMove Air sensor. And keep in mind, guys, that's one of the most expensive wireless mouse in the S size out there. And please don't compare it to this one. Yes, it's only 50 or 60 euro more expensive, but it's not comparable. It's absolutely not comparable. Because this one only weighs around 40 gram. It's totally different just by engineering. And this one here is just plastic trash, in my opinion. And I will show you now why. We just talked about the sensor here, and they say how good it is, blah, blah. Here you can preset with the button some DPI settings. I have no clue who still does it. I have no idea. Yeah, okay, let's move on. Here's the face guy again. I'm sorry for this dude. Here they're talking about the structured matte finished shell. One thing first, premium ABS polycarbonate. If you ever watched a high class or a keyboard review on my channel, you will realize how bad ABS plastic is just by ABS keycaps. They're just fucking trash, okay? They are wearing down very fast. So ABS is wearing down very fast. They are very, or they can be infected or inflated fast by just liquids, by oily films, by fat, by sweat, by everything which can just stick to plastic, and it will still stay there. And the down usage and down wearing of ABS plastic is very high if you compare it to PBT, double shot PBT plastic on the keycaps. But they say it's nice, it's premium ABS polycarbonate. What the fuck? And they just made one thing, they make it microstructured, so they give it a rough finish so that it basically feels like good double shot PBT caps. But one thing I can tell you, which is already known from the big one, this roughness wears off very fast. The coating, it feels like a coating, gets down, and then the plastic gets like those cheap ABS plastic keycaps, like it gets glitchy the whole time. I have no clue. It's 140 euro product still. So what we can say here is that the coating and the plastic they've chosen are also a very cheap solution. Keep in mind, 140 euro. Pure PTFE feeds, they are saying that's totally okay. PTFE feeds, that's true. They're rounded, they are very flat. They're sticking very good to the bottom. Looks like the sensor ring is a little bit flatter than the rest of the glides. Yeah, it's okay. The gliding, it's totally okay. Nothing special here. Yeah. Glide feels, the stock glide feels a little bit better than the stock glide on the Superlight. But basically, yeah, it's just a glide. But that's the only thing, or one of the two only things I really say that's, it's the quality of the value or the quality which is comparable to the price the mouse has. It's one this here, and the other thing is the wireless dongle, the translator, so, and the cable they sent you. That's the three things, or basically the two things I think which fit to the price. Yeah, and that's basically everything I can tell you guys to this mouse. And the other thing I can tell you is when you see the Apex Pro TKL here and the big QCK pad, please don't buy this product. I know now a lot of people will comment how good this stuff is and how great the Prime Wireless Mini or the Prime Wireless is, and that I have no clue about gaming mice. And guys, if you think I don't have a clue, why are you watching this channel? I mean, if you still believe 140 euro is worth, or this mouse is worth 140 euro, I feel very, very sorry for you. There's a lot more products out there from smaller producers, from different producers. Even there are bigger producers who do better mice than this Steelseries product. Steelseries becomes the worst, or one of the worst manufacturers of gaming products for me right now. It was like I was a Steelseries fanboy back in the days, but I don't know. It's expensive, it's heavy, it's just not good. That's my main impression from the last products I have received, or I have from Steelseries here, which I reviewed already. And I can tell you, please don't buy this product, buy something else. If you have any questions, guys, put it down in the comments below. I'm out for today. Thanks for watching. See you on the next reviews. Bye bye, guys.